Being open at 12:30. Please stand for the affirmation. We recognise the traditional owners of the land. We are inspired by the early pioneers and by those who gave their lives for our country. We now ask God's blessing on our deliberations and on our commitment to build a better lifestyle and environment. Please be seated. This council meeting is being recorded and live streamed to council's YouTube channel. The recording will also be made available on council's website. Whilst all care has been taken to ensure your privacy is maintained, please be aware that your presence may indeed be recorded. Are there any apologies?
Councillor Lauren Dempsey.
Thank you. Could I have a seconder for that, please? Thank you, Councillor. Can I put that to the vote? All in favour? Carried. Are there any disclosures of interest or at this council meeting, or a conflict of interest? None. Consideration of reports of officers. Could I have a recommendation, please? Or a mover? In regard to the budget. Yep. Why hasn't it got the budget? Oh, yes, sorry, 3.1. So I've got to get my act together. Could I please have a mover? Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The motion is that the Council 1 approves in principle the proposed budget 2024-25 as required by Section 94 of the Local Government Act 2020. 2, invites submissions until close of business 13th of June 2024 and provides submitters with the opportunity to be heard in person by Council. 3, hears any submissions on any proposals contained in the proposed budget at the Council meeting to be held at 12:30 p.m. on the 24th of June 2024 at the Perry Room in St Arnaud Town Hall. 4, considers the adoption of the budget and the declaration and levy of rates and charges for the 2024-25 financial year at the Council meeting to be held at 12:30 p.m. on the 24th of June 2024 at the Perry Room, St Arnaud Town Hall.
Thank you, Councillor. Could I have a seconder, please?
Yes, Mr Mayor, I'll second that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Would the mover wish to speak?
Mr Mayor, councillors and ratepayers, this budget has been prepared over the past, certainly since the last budget, 12 months ongoing, and complies with the priority projects that were established by the community in the council plan, the 4-year council plan, the 10-year council plan, and moves towards the 20-year vision for the community within the Shire of Northern Grampians Shire Council. The proposed budget includes the maximum levy of 2.75% under the rate cap. However, it's interesting to note that prices have far exceeded that 2.75% rate cap, and in fact, even the state government's fire services levy has exceeded it by some 20%, whereas we're capped to 2.75%. The anomaly is interesting to note. What's good for the goose is often not good for the gander. The waste and recycling curbside collection charges have seen a fairly extensive growth over the past 12 months, and that's anticipated to continue, unfortunately, into the future. Interestingly, this council has no new loans on the books, and in fact has an extremely healthy balance sheet to claim compared to others. I think we're certainly well served by our financial team. And I make note to Graham here and his team for preparing a document that the people will be able to read quite comfortably and see where their money goes. So to that end, I commend the budget to the council.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Grady, do you wish to speak?
Yes, Mr Mayor. I think the staff at the Northern Grampians Shire done an amazing job putting this budget together, and it's a pretty hard year this year to balance things up, and I just like to thank the staff for the just great job that they've done putting all this together. Thank you.
Thank you, councillor. Would any other councillor wish to speak? Councillor Irwin.
Mr Mayor, thank you. Fire service levy has been mentioned, and I'll just quote, which is a state government charge. Residential is going up by 89%, primary production by 70%, and vacant land is up 146%, so fairly steep increases by the state government on those charges. But it was pleasing to see that we are spending $7.6 million on roads and 6.4 on buildings. I think we've cut our cloth this year to reflect the tight times. There is a couple of major projects on there, but not a huge amount. So I think it's steady as she goes, and hopefully the ratepayers will be reasonably accepting of this budget.
Thank you, councillor. Any other councillor wish to speak? Councillor Emerson.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I'm always amazed at this time of the year how our people can put a budget together because of our very low opportunities of getting income into our business. So congratulations to Graham and his team for doing a heck of a lot with a very small amount. Another great effort, Graham. I'm always amazed at how we do it. So a great effort there, and well done for your team.
Thank you, councillor. Any other councillor wish to speak? Councillor Stasevich would like to sum up.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. It's really important that this budget really falls within the realm of the rating revenue plan that was developed some 2 years ago. And it would be remiss of us to not specifically single out Vaughan, who's away at the moment, because I'm sure that he would be the first to tell us that this was a true work of love, as he calls it. So thank you to the staff, and look to the ratepayers. There are a number of activities that they'll be seeing, a continuation of the works that were in terms of infrastructure. We have Heath standing in for Trenton, and I'm sure that Heath will and his team and Trenton will deliver the infrastructure projects in a timely fashion. Thank you in advance to that end. Thanks.
Thank you, councillor. All right, I'll put that motion to the vote. All in favour? Against? That's carried. 3.2, review of council plan. Could I have a mover, please?
Mr Mayor, I'll move that Council gives public notice relating to the proposed revised Council Plan 2021 to 25, and that the revised plan is reported back at a Council meeting to be held in Senate on the 24th of June 2024 after considering any formal submissions that may be received.
Thank you, councillor. Could I have a seconder?
I'll second, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, councillor. Councillor Irwin.
Yes, Mr Mayor. Look, the plan was revised probably a month or so ago, and there's a couple of things added. One is the Senate wayfinding signage program, to undertake a Manu flood study, and to investigate the Senate Integrated Early Learning Centre, which is in that process. There were a few things removed, few too many to mention there. There's about 10 of them. But I think in these tight times, we've revised the plan. We're nearly at the end of this council term, and I think it displays some restraint, and hopefully we can get most of this stuff done by the end of the year.
Thank you, councillor. Councillor Stasevich. You a seconder?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. It's pleasing to note that the four-year council plan is concluding this term. And why I say it's pleasing, most of the stuff that's on that list is green, meaning completed. There are very few projects that are outstanding. Some have not been started because their priorities have changed over the year, plural, and no doubt they'll be carried forward. But the other projects that have not been completed have been substantially initiated. So well done to the team for developing and delivering on that council plan moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, councillor. Does any other councillor wish to speak? If not, I'll put that to the vote. All in favour? Against? Carried. (3.3), which is the Stawell Transfer Station sublease. Could I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor.
Mr Mayor, I'd like to move that the council enters a 5-year sublease with Wimmera Mallee Waste Management Provider Limited to deliver operations of the transfer station services at the Stawell Transfer Station, subject to landlord consent being given, and authorises the Mayor and Chief Executive Officer to sign the relevant lease documents as agreed by all parties.
Thank you, Councillor. Could I have a seconder, please? Councillor Emerson.
Thank you. Happy to second, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Irwin.
Yes, Mr Mayor. Look, the Stawell Rifle Club own the site and have agreed by email to the lease to go ahead. I think it is the same group of people. They have changed their name, but and the current lease has expired, so it'll be pretty much business as usual, and a new formal lease will commence on the 1st of June, and it will be business as usual.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Emerson.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. It's the same group of people under a different name, so we're just going through the process now of authorising them to continue on at the transfer station, because the previous lease ended a couple of months ago. So a good operation, good people running it at a reasonable and fair price, which our people are trying to negotiate with all the time.
Thank you.
Happy to second the motion.
Thank you very much. Would any other councillor wish to speak? Nothing further? All right, I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour? Against? Carried. That's it, isn't it? That's it. There being no further business, I will declare the meeting closed at 12:42. Thank you all.